Tu parles un petit peu français?
No, just a little bit.
Did you take French classes?
Yeah. I
Really?
studied French at school.
How many time? How many years?
2 years.
2 years.
But the only thing I can really remember how to say is Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire pendant le week-end? Does that mean what are you doing on the weekend?
Exactly.
Gosh, that's so typical. That's what I remember.
What about the look of number 6?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. She's very rocker and head to toe in black leather, and I liked that. I thought it was very important to make sure she looked the part. And when I signed on to the movie, I spoke with Marie Sylvie, who's this incredible costume designer, and I said, this is how I see her. I definitely want leather and skeletons and tattoos, and she was so on the same page as me, and it definitely made my job a lot easier.
Tu ne sais pas tout ce que je suis capable de faire.
Did you work hard to train? I mean, like her, she's like a really action girl.
Yes, I had to train very hard for a long time. For 3 months, I did 4 to 5 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I learnt martial arts and how to flip on wires, suspended 6 feet high in the air, and I also got to train on a Ducati motorbike, and I got to learn how to ride that, which is very fun.
This is the first time you play that kind of character, right?
It is, yeah. In previous films, I've played the damsel in distress or the love interest, but I had never been able to get my hands dirty and really get into the action side of things. So on this movie, it was very refreshing to be able to have that.
You said you auditioned with your Australian accent, right?
Yes. I was really excited to do my own accent. I was told that they wanted a character who wasn't from America, so that worked. And so I just decided, instead of doing a British accent, which I've done before, I was, just going to do my own natural accent. And they really enjoyed it, and they liked it for the character, so it stuck, which is good.
Okay, could you tell us who is number 6 actually, and what are her magical powers?
So number 6, she comes from the same planet as number 4. They come from the planet Lorien, and she's this nomad traveling around Australia, figuring out her special powers. And she has these legacies, and she has the power of invisibility, and she's also fireproof. And they're very cool powers to have in battle, because it just makes her more of a ferocious fighter.
She has the best powers.
I think so too. They're very flashy, and to watch that on screen, it looks great.
Yes. If you had one magical power, what would it be?
I would love to be able to time travel. I think that would be very cool.
Which time would you like to go?
Like the 1920s. I think that would be so amazing. So romantic, that era. I remember my nana telling me all about what it was like back then, and it just seems like just a world away from where we are, and it'd be so nice to experience that.
If you hadn't been an actress, what kind of job would you have liked to do?
I started doing journalism, actually, doing what you do.
Really?
Yeah, so I started doing that, and I always wanted to be a TV presenter, and then on the side I was doing teaching, because I couldn't make up my mind. I wanted to be a drama teacher, but at the same time I wanted to be a TV presenter, and then I fell into acting, and so that won out.
What kind of girl were you at school?
I was very, very bubbly. I was the class clown. I was always mucking around with my friends, and I was always late to class. I definitely had ADD when I was, in my lectures, and my teachers would always be getting angry at me. And ever since I was a little girl, I've been called a chatterbox, but I was a social butterfly at school for sure.
If you had one advice for young people who want to become actors?
I would say stick with it. It can be very hard, and there are peaks and valleys and a lot of disappointments, but if you're passionate about something, I think it's very important to go with that as far as you can, and don't give up. Just keep working at it, and you can always have a plan B, but just stay focused on what you're passionate about and what you dream to do.
What's your plan B?
My plan B,
Yes.
I would love to open up an animal welfare league, and just I'm very passionate about animals, so that's what I want to do. I also like directing and producing, so that would be very interesting to do
Tout ce
that.
que je suis capable de faire.